Hey there, welcome to this Monday edition of Together We Can, where today we're going to be talking about something slightly different. We're going to be talking about how you can create your own sex toy store and the easy way to do it without actually doing any of the work other than just creating a domain name, basically. So we're going to jump into that right after this word from our sponsors. Hey everybody, this episode of Together We Can is brought to you by Vice Temple, the only adult-specific niche hosting on the web. If you're going to host adult content and create adult websites, then you definitely want to go ahead and use Vice Temple because your site will not be taken down for using it, like if you use GoDaddy and so on. If you want 50% off your first month using their Stallion plan, then use the link here below or in the description below to get 50% off your first month. Thank you so much to you for watching, and thank you so much to Vice Temple for joining us in this journey. Now, recently, one of the people in our action group talked about setting up their own online toy store. Now, they're going to do it in their own way, but it did kind of pop back into my mind. One of the things that I did want to talk about on this channel, which is creating your own sex toy store. Now, I'm going to talk about a few different ways you can do it, but there is an article in the description below that is on our website, which is how you can do it without doing any of the work, and I'll jump to that in a moment. Now, the three ways that you can go about creating your own sex store is the easy way, the hard way, and the hard way. Now, I'm going to do those in reverse order, and you're going to see what I mean by the hard way. So let's start with the hard way. So if you want to set up your own sex toy store, you obviously can go ahead and create everything yourself, which means creating your own branding, your own domain name, doing everything yourself, the website, doing all shipments and all of that sort of thing. So what this would entail is essentially setting up your own e-commerce store using things like Shopify, WooCommerce, and setting up your own payment gateways and so on, like PayPal, Stripe, and those sorts of things. Now, if you haven't done that before, then there's tons of courses on Udemy, tons of YouTube videos you can find about creating your own e-commerce website. And I'm not going to go into something like that because there's just tons and tons of content out there. So once you've got this store set up, then you would have to go to vendors either in China or in the US, which there's tons of. Look for wholesalers, and there's just a ton of them out there. I can put some in the comments below if you're interested. Ask me. I have some from a See, he sells sex toys on the sex shore. No, it doesn't matter. Anyway, there are absolutely tons of them out there. So if you're in the UK, US, whatever, ask in the comments below and I'll give you a wholesaler. So what you would then have to do is go to these wholesalers, and usually you'd have to order a certain amount to be able to get them at the correct prices and so on. Now, this is the most difficult way to do it because not only do you have to do all of this, you then have to create your own online presence, such as Instagram, Facebook, do paid ads, Google ads, all that sort of thing, in order to sell the products. So not only are you going through all the ordeal of creating everything, you then have to go ahead and sell everything as well. So you're doing all three stages of the whole product. So essentially, you're having to invest a lot of time and a lot of money to get this off the ground. Now, what are the advantages to doing it this way? Well, the advantages are essentially that you get more profit, generally speaking, and the other advantage is, to be honest, you just get more control. You can control your prices better. You can control the type of stock you have better. You get complete control of your market. But again, this is really for those people who are advanced. So I would skip over this if you've never done something like this before and jump to, at the very least, the hard system, if not come straight to the easy system. So the second way is the hard but not insanely hard way. This way is to basically go ahead and do step one, which is where you create your e-commerce platform and set up all the payment gateways and so on. But instead of going to wholesalers and buying the stock, what you do is you go to a place like AliExpress or maybe another Chinese vendor of any sort of type of sex toys. And again, if you're looking for specific things, you can let me know in the comments below. But a quick Google and you'll find out. Now, what you want to do is you want to search for sex toy drop shipping, and you'll find tons and tons of suppliers who will sell to your customers direct one by one. So instead of buying tons and tons and tons of stock, you can just buy one piece of stock, per customer. So when the customer orders, you just buy that one piece with your markup and then send it on. The upside of this is obvious. There's no investment in stock up front. The downside is you still have to do pretty much everything else from the hard way, but it means you're not managing stock, managing customer problems, because you can just outsource that to the drop shipper, who will usually take care of everything. And just make sure that you look for discreet shipping, because most people don't like when they get an order to their house that says Dildo Depot or something like that. You want to make sure you ship a normal cardboard box. So what you're looking for there, the terminology is discreet shipping. That's what you want to be looking for. Now, the easy way, which is covered at length in the article in the description below, is to simply use something called My Free Sex Store. Now, if you've watched this channel a lot, then you probably know that most of the things we talk about are affiliate marketing, which means that you're not doing any of the work other than just pushing the clients towards a referral setup and then letting them do everything. So if you've watched our videos on Chatterbait Cams, or if you've watched our video on any of the affiliate products, then you will know that basically what it means is you send people on. If they convert, then you get a portion of the profit, 20% usually or higher, and you don't do any work from there. That company deals with it. Now, again, there's the downsides to this, which is the lack of control. You don't get to keep your kind of customer base to yourself to remarket, unless you can be clever about it and capture them first, then market them, etc. Now, you can do the exact same thing in terms of this with a sex store. So if you go to myfreesexstore.com, you can set up everything there. And what happens is they give you a white label sex store, so you can add your own domain name, your own logo, and you can set your own commission. So basically, the commission that you get is based on the product pricing. So if you want to get a low commission, then you can set the prices to the lowest, which gives you a 20% markup, and you earn 20% per sale. You can bring this up to 40% if you want, or 45%. But what you would want to do there is market to richer countries and kind of go for that higher end feel of your products. So that would be the easiest way to do it, is set it up through My Free Sex Store. Now, if you want to know how to do this from start to finish, read the article in the description below. If you want my advice, I would say honestly, go for the easy option. More honestly than that, I would say don't do it at all unless you have money to spend on paid ads, because realistically right now it's very, very difficult to compete with the big guys out there, the likes of Love Honey and so on. Now, in saying that, I still make money off the sale of sex toys, but through traditional affiliate marketing. I don't actually set up my own sex store at all. I basically use my current adult sites to push people onto the likes of Loveends, Love Honey, and so on. Now, Loveends have their own affiliate program, which you can find on their website. Love Honey, for example, one of the biggest sex stores on the web, they can be found through Share a Sale, and you'll find a link to that in the description below. So my advice, to be perfectly honest, is what I would do is I would start with Loveends and Love Honey as pure referrals. If you start making money on that and you build up an audience, then go on to step one, which is the easy step of using My Free Sex Store. And then if that works really well, what you can do is just create your new sex store, change the domain name so the traffic continues to come to you, and then build up from there until you get to the hard option that I described at the start. That's what I do, because to be honest with you, what happens is a lot of people jump in at the deep end, find out they can't swim, and drown. And no, wait, hang on, that was my lifeguarding class. But it's the same thing. It's you can use it as an analogy. That's the same thing. So don't forget to like and subscribe. That's really, really important, and I probably should have mentioned it at the start. But thanks for watching this video through to the end, and if you did enjoy it, do like and subscribe, and come back every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And this week we're going to have our very first podcast, which should be very, very interesting, or very, very boring. We haven't really decided yet. Thanks for watching.